So Jack, you've just told me how important this land is to John, how important it was to you seeing them grow up on this and their love for hunting. But that almost never happened.
Well, I mean, you're talking about when I was thinking about quitting hunting? Neil, there's a bird right in here somewhere.
For Jack,
a dead one.
Hunting has always been tied to family. You see, when his father passed away, Jack didn't want to continue hunting. Why would he? The guy he looked up to his entire life, his hunting buddy for life, the guy he spent all of his time in the field with, was no longer there to go hunting with. He nearly gave up. He nearly hung up this thing that is called hunting. But he didn't. He remembered the land that he loved so much that was deeply ingrained within his family. And luckily, that same passion buried in his blood by his father was now buried in his son's blood. You see, now father and son were hunting together again, experiencing that joy together again. The only difference is that the roles have now been reversed. Jack is the father, John the son. Jack's passion for hunting renewed because of his son.
So Jack was sitting on a farm that has been in your family since 1914. Do you remember the first time you came out here? Or
I don't remember the very first trip, but I remember as a very young child, probably 4 or 5 years old, coming with my dad up here when he would dove hunt and his friends, and just being a part of the group. Walking around with him, sitting on a stool while, waiting for doves, and just being a part of the hunt. So that would have been in, 1970 or 69, something like that. When my dad passed away, he was my hunting buddy. He was my hunting partner. Sharing all those memories and all those years, when you have somebody that's kind of like your number one hunting buddy. Most people have, it's usually not a big group with hunters. There's usually 1 or 2 guys that's kind of your hunting buddy all the time. You go on trips together, he's the person you can count on, and you travel together, and it's you build that relationship. And so that, I had that with my father as from a young child, up until adulthood. And so when he passed away, that really whacked me. I mean, that really took the desire to share. It was like that experience of sharing all your hunting discussions, strategies, that passion with someone to share that with about what you love doing was just gone. I wasn't even thinking about hunting, bow hunting, any of that stuff, because it just brought up a lot of sadness because I couldn't share it with the person that I did it all with, And so what really turned it around for me was when I got a call from Pope and Young about a year after my dad died, and we had won the raffle for the conservation raffle, and it was a trip for 2 to South Africa on a bow hunt. And I talked to my wife about it, And I was like, I would have loved to have been able to invite my dad. He never made it to Africa. He had never experienced anything like that. That would have been perfect, you know. And I was like, well, maybe you would want to go. And I knew she probably didn't want to go. And so I really thought about just accepting the money and not going. But the more I thought about it and the more time passed, I was excited when I got the call. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought about my son. And he was coming to the age to where he could probably do something like go on a big trip like this and do it. He wasn't really ready with his hunting skills and his bow, but we could get there. So, you know, talking to my wife about it, we decided, hey, that's probably what I need to do. I think it's, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing here. You know, there's a reason why I think that happened, that I got won that award, that conservation deal. And I think, you know, my dad may have had something to do with that. So that helped me get it together and think about really getting more involved with my son and my daughter if she wanted to do it. And as a family, keep that hunting going and keep that spirit alive. And so that's what we did. And John really enjoyed getting ready, and it was a great adventure for the two of us. And with my wife's blessing and encouragement, we had a trip like what people dream of, you know, just an adventure and first experience for both of us. And with my dad's memory and thoughts and all that together, it just made for a real special. We created some special memories together. And that's what I was able to do with my father. And so that's what really kicked off a special relationship I have now with my son and my hunting partner. My name is Jack Culpepper. I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I'm a bow hunter. Everyone has their own story. This is mine. It's in the blood. My name is Jack Culpepper. I'm a hunter. No, God almighty.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Okay, here we go.